Hello and welcome to Spotlight, the newest series by Capria Ventures, where we catch up with all of our portfolio companies and find out what's growing and what's exciting. Today we have Pravin Agarwala, the Group CEO and co founder of BetterPlace. Thank you, Pravin, for joining me.
Pleasure is all mine, Sandhya. Thank you for having me.
I want to start by congratulating you on the launch of your Frontline Index report for 2023. And Praveen, as a woman, anything linked to an increase in the women participation, women labor force participation is exciting. And one of the key areas your report focuses on really is how gigification has led to an increase in women's participation. And you have almost 100% increase. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I think thanks so much, Sandhya, for the wishes. First of all, if you look at overall, right, the women participation has gone up by 100% or so, right? So last year it was 3%, it has gone to 6%. We see majorly two reasons why this was low earlier. Number one is that every woman needs kind of flexibility in their work, right? And it was not there enough, right? And the second is the family support has to be high. If you look at from a numbers point of view, 3 to 6% increase is 100% increase, but still we are lagging behind. I think it should be 20-25% as might be next 3 to 4 years. That's one thing that we strongly believe should happen. But if you look at from a gigification point of view, that is a driver for the job creation because flexibility is coming in the job. If I'm a woman, I want to do something which is like 4 hours in the morning, go back home, come back again in the evening. That is a possibility now, right? And with the rise in job in the gig worker, right? I mean, e-commerce has seen a rise as well in gig worker. There's a 64% more demand in the gig side.
You hinted at the trends that we can expect, but maybe you can double click on what 2024 will see for gig force workers in the front line.
I think gig is a journey that has taken off now, right? And there's no looking back into it. Uh, while the overall frontline demand has dropped by 17 odd percentage from 8 million plus to 6.6 million kind of numbers in last 12 months is what we see. But gig worker is increasing, right? So the demand in gig is increasing. If you look at logistics and mobility, it has gone up by in some parts like 110% to 130 odd percentage. So that part is continuously increasing. We strongly believe that by 2030, from the current roughly 20 million people in the gig worker, you will see around 90 million people in the gig worker. Right?
Since we last spoke and now, do you have any new updates to share?
Three main areas that we are looking into, Sandhya, like I mentioned last time, and part of that is going into production. One is around skilling, and we have our first rollout already in terms of how do you get more contextual learning. And we believe that if you look at India, for example, right, 450 million people plus in the blue collar frontline ecosystem, right? What is the biggest problem? The biggest problem is upskilling, right? If they skill themselves, they can do better and they can earn more money. What is the problem in upskilling? There are no teachers, right? There are no classrooms. There is no system in place to skill that size of population. AI actually throws that opportunity right in front of us. Everyone can have their personalized teacher in principle, right? I can have my teacher, you can have your teacher, very contextual. I think that is the power that we are building. The second thing that we are aggressively working on is how do we use the amount of data that we have and create benefits for people, be it lending. So that's one of the areas that we launched around 8 weeks back, seeing huge traction. First month, 80,000 downloads, 4.6 rating on Google Store. We distributed loans to a few thousand people on day one, and this is only going to grow, right? The third area is all about speed and scale of recruitment. In frontline, as you know, attrition is very high, right? It can go up to 300%. How do you ensure the organizations can keep pace with the attrition and the scale that they have in a distributed environment? And AI is playing a huge role, right? So we have done our first moves already on that. You can hire people on WhatsApp, We bought Telegram, any social app for that matter. And we believe that the entire industry will move towards AI-driven hiring than the traditional hiring models that are existing today.
Is that the HR news you were going to share?
It's very different. Actually, whenever I talk to organizations, Sandhya, they tell me, how can we go faster, right? How can we go efficient? How can we go bigger, better, and so on, right? So what we are launching is, it's called Go Better, right? Go Better would be our new brand for our entire hire to retire or hire to exit HRMS solution. We have been actually aggregating and building the solutions over the last 7 years. We have large customers who are already using it. One of our largest customers has 350,000 employees. And now we are putting together this as one single brand, which will ensure our organization go faster, go more efficient, go smarter with Go Better.
Amazing. I mean, better place going better. Praveen, it's what, a month since we last spoke, and I already feel you've gone better in so many different ways. Thank you for joining me on Spotlight.